The difference between taking care of ourselves and chasing perfection is in intention. The difference is intention. Taking care of ourselves comes from a place of gratitude and responsibility, whereas chasing perfection comes from comparison and dissatisfaction. So when your routine is rooted in nourishment, that becomes care. And when it's from fear of loss, that becomes vanity. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aisha Ahmad. I'm the founder of Shuwarabiyyah, a Nigerian brand focused on hair care and skincare for the mindfully obsessed. So body care became part of my journey through lived experience and culture. I'm Shua Arab by tribe from Maiduguri, and taking care of the hair and skin is a big part of our culture, and it says a lot about how you regard yourself. And I just grew up to be passionate about it. So over time, I realized that these self-care practices weren't just cultural, but they deeply align with faith, because Islam touches on all aspects of our life. There is no aspect that is left untouched. So taking care of ourselves is about honoring what Allah has entrusted us with. The difference between taking care of ourselves and chasing perfection is in intention. The difference is intention. Taking care of ourselves comes from a place of gratitude and responsibility, whereas chasing perfection comes from comparison and dissatisfaction. So when your routine is rooted in nourishment, that becomes care. And when it's from fear of loss, that becomes vanity. Fasting period teaches us to slow down and become more intentional. So during fasting, we should not abandon our body just because we are depriving our body from food, drink, and so on. So we should take care of ourselves, because there's even a hadith, the Prophet ﷺ during itikaf, he would bring his head through the window, and Nana Aisha will oil and comb his hair. So during fasting, just because you are fasting doesn't mean you should look like you are dehydrated. Your lips should look cracked and dry, walking around looking ashy and like you are suffering. So common body care myth that conflict with Islamic balance is one that I can think of is taking care of your body equals to being more religious. So people see it as taking care of yourself is vanity. You just abandon yourself because you're all about zuhudu. You're all about, akhirah. So you just abandon your body. You're not taking care of yourself. You don't look presentable. So that's one thing. And then another thing is beauty and faith do not coexist. That's still the point about vanity. So inna Allah jamilun yuhibbul jamal. So we should beautify ourselves within what is permissible. And then another one is that beauty is pain. So I would say beauty is not pain, especially something that is outside the reasonable, pain that is outside the reasonable. So it's not pain, and anything that is harmful. Islam is against harmful practices. So not just harmful practices, but using products with harmful ingredients that for example, relaxers. There have been studies that have been coming out that it is linked to fibroid and cancer. So when you look at these things, you know that it's going to harm your body, then you should just stay away from it. So our routine says a lot about how we value ourselves. So when you value yourself, just like I said earlier, you look at yourself as your body as an amanah. So this life, we just have one body, and we have to take good care of it and give it our best. So listening to your body doesn't mean abandoning discipline. It doesn't mean that you are giving into every comfort. It means responding with wisdom. It means listening to your body. It comes from a place of awareness. So taking care of yourself should be something constant. One thing that people ignore that makes a huge difference is consistency. So you can have the routine in place, you can have the the good products in place and the intentions, but when you are not consistent, you are not going to see a difference. So, for example, let me just go into my aspect because I'm more into hair care. I shared a post December because we are just in preparation for new year, new me. Like I'm going to grow my hair to a certain length this year, and I posted some of my sister's progress over the years from 2019 to 2025. And then someone made mention, so it took 7 years to do this, to grow this hair. That's a lot of time. But then I told her that's consistency. So whether you take care of your hair now or not, that 7 years will come. So the difference is when that time comes, you have the result that you want. And that's from consistency. So one thing I do to keep me on track when I'm overwhelmed or when things are not going the way I want to is a lot of istighfar. And La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. I repeat that a lot. And then the Allah Karim, I keep saying that Allah Karim, Allah is generous, Allah is noble, He will come through for me. And then He will.